The time has come to start off the MMG Season 5 qualifiers. First up we have Group A. There will be a separate video for Group B going a few days after this one, but this is Group A with 12 teams battling for 6 qualification spots. Just like for Season 4. 4 of the rebranded teams are in this group, starting with the uphill drivers like in the friendly. It's the same events as in the friendly as the Qualifiers will go up first. They choked away a podium in Season 4. They dropped the 5th after the final event, but this looks like a good run. They made it fairly well uphill, and 52.5 is looking like a good score comparing to the friendly round. So obviously being provisional first out of one is the Reptile Rampage, our first rebranded Lightning Lizards. 7th last season. They are all around pretty solid consistency, and that looked like a really good run by the Reptile Rampage. Let's see what they did. Let's go over pop-up soon. 53.9, that's really good. Even that, I think that's better than what the Grown Goblin did in the friendly round. Ramel Swirls go up next. A team that, the dismay of quite a lot of MMG fans, did not actually rebrand. So let's see what they did here. It looked worse than the past two. 51.4 is not bad, but you're gonna need something better. Because these first two were really good. As the Poisoners go up next. 11th last season. That was the first season in the main league. And they're pretty spread out, but I don't think much is going to come from it. It doesn't really help the Poisoners. Kind of got saved by a Silver and Collision last time. 50.7. Yuck. That is not that great. Wyvern Warriors now. Rebranded Team Ice Cream. One of the most popular rebrands. See, can they live up to the hype? I'd say they did so. That looked like a pretty good run. For the Wyvern Warriors, only 13th last season, even though they had a great start. 52 on the dot, which means they are in third provisionally. Blazing Sunshine now the final main league team from Season 4 in this group. They got 15th. Blazing Sunshine, it's been a season to forget about last season. They want to try it again here, but this does not look promising at all. I'm not expecting a good score, and yet no, 50.2. That is last place so far. Moving on to the B-League teams. Gladiators have never been in qualifiers. Second in the B-League, they've shown potential. Can they land it here? I doubt they did. That was a really average run. And like with a group that's looking pretty competent so far, you're gonna need more than just average here. 51.2 for 5th out of 7. Volcano Vandals now, the third rebrand, the rebrand of Freaky Firewolves. They've got a 4th in the B-League, which was by far the best season since the other two seasons were pretty awful. Yes, this looks like a good run though. Good spread between the 4 members. So the furthest one counts 52.2, and they take over 3rd from the Wyvern Warriors. The Reptile Rampage and Candlelight still top 2. Let's see what the Camel Chameleons can do. Season 2 champions. And they finished 6th in the B-League without a medal, which was impressive. And what also looks impressive is their run here. That looked really good by the Camel Chameleons. Look at that. Almost made it to the end of the Scarlet piece. 54.3, and that is the new best run in this event. Set by the Camel Chameleons. The Marshmallow Miracle final rebrand. Rebranded Team Candy. Had an average B-League last season, but enough to avoid relegation. And I do not think that this was that great of a run. Not terrible, but not living up to the standards of some of the top teams. 50.9, no, it's only an 8th. That's like quite a bit worse than I thought. Team Blueberry will go up next. They defied the odds and managed to make it to the qualifiers. The first time since Season 2 that they're in the qualifiers. They got 10th in the B-League. The first time not finishing the last. But this doesn't look like a disastrous run. But they might finish last in this event. 49.5. That is really bad for Team Blue. I can't say I'm too surprised. Final team, the Leaping Lions now. They just avoided relegation thanks to a silver in the elimination race. Well, mostly thanks to that, but this did not look too good, but it wasn't terrible like Team Blueberry, so I think they'll still get like some points from this event. 51.2, that's 7th. They tied the Gladiators, but the Camel Chameleons will win this event, followed by the Reptile Rampage and Candlelight. Volcano Vandals in 4th. Blueberry starting off in last, not a good start, as the standings, of course, will reflect the results of the event. 3 of the 4 re-events are in the top half so far, but obviously it's just one event. Still 3 events to go. A lot can still change, like with the obstacle race that we saw in the qualifiers, produced some good heats, even though there was only 2. Now there's going to be 3. It's all about time. You have to navigate through this course as fast as you possibly can. Pretty classic in MMG. Going into heat number 1, we have Chemical Chameleons, Rainbow Swirls, Gladiators, and Team Blueberry. That's off they go, and the Gladiators take the lead. Either get hung up, the Chemical Chameleons take it. Now the Rainbow Swirls come out of nowhere, they dive bomb the Chameleons and win the heat. A very close finish between 3 of them, and the Gladiators actually got stuck with Mace. Not good. And Rainbow Swirls Blue Swirl, who has won silver twice in this event before, will win this heat, followed by the reserve member of the Chemical Chameleons, who was drafted very close by Sap from Team Blueberry. Sap, a new member after half of the roster retired. It's the Reptile Rampage, Wyvern Warriors, Leaping Lions, and Blazing Sunshines. And the Blazing Sunshines take the lead. And Little Struggles and allows the Reptile Rampage to get by. They get a really fast time, but the Leaping Lions and Wyvern Warriors are both stuck. Predator and Dragon get eliminated. Komodo from the Lime Lizard, they breezed on by the Blazing Sunshine and never looked back. Looked really good from the Reptile Rampage. Let's see if that is enough to take first so far. Blazing Sunshine second, and it is 5:98. The Sunrise with a really poor time, but they didn't DNF. The Candlelights, Volcano Vandals, Marshmallow Miracle, and Poisoners in the final heat. The Volcano Vandals shooting up ahead. That is Pyro doing a really good job. Toxic of the Poisoners will finish in second, also with a good time, but Pyro looked like a very fast time. That is surprising for the Volcano Vandals. They are statistically not a good team. They could be redeemed themselves. They could qualify here, and so far it's looking very good. Pyro, was it enough to win the event for the Volcano Vandals? Marshmallow Miracle and Candlelights off base, but it was 5:49. Amazing time by Pyro. Reptile Rampage will get second again, and the Poisoners, they did enough for third. Rainbow Swirls in fourth, as the Wyvern Warriors will get in last, and the Leaping Lions in 11th. That DNF, the Reptile Rampage take the lead. Volcano Vandals, Volcano Vandals and Chemical Chameleons are well ahead of everyone else. Half of them are still in the single digits. So we move on to block pushing now. Again, another event from the front line, straightforward. Every team got one run. We have 6 heats of 2, my bad. You just have to push as far as possible. Another pretty classic event in MMG. Reptile Rampage and Blazing Sunshine is going up first. The first and last in the stands, and the Reptile Rampage, not too surprisingly, smoked the Blazing Sunshines. That looked like a really good push by the Reptile Rampage. Blazing Sunshine did not too bad, but they could just get overshadowed. 76.8. Coming to the qualifiers, that's a very solid run for the Reptile Rampage, who already are in first place. Poisoners and Marshmallow Miracle now, and neither of these are gonna come close. Those were 2 really underwhelming pushes. Poisoners, they do have a third place, but the Marshmallow Miracle have pretty much nothing so far, so it could be bad for them. 59 and 56.9. That might be bad for both of them, as Volcano Vandals and Leaping Lions will go up next. Volcano Vandals are looking good as qualifiers, and they will beat the Leaping Lions here. Leaping Lions with a disastrous push. I don't know what happened there. Volcano Vandals, slight jar in the block, but it gets them the job done. Let's see where they are at. 64.3 is only enough for third. The first 2 runners are still the first 2 positions, as the Rainbow Swirls and Wyvern Warriors will go up now. And that's looking very close between them, but both are around the 70 range. I can only imagine that's a very good score from both. They will probably take second and third so far. The Reptile Rampage still considerably lead. The Wyvern Warriors actually barely beat the Swirl, 70.5 compared to a 70.2. But both are really good pushes. Candlelights and Gladiators now. Next heat, 2 one-award teams and 2 season 4 rookies. And the Candlelights were going to get an invalid run. Gladiators in the meanwhile, that was an amazing run for the Gladiators. The Candlelights, they're going to appeal to the referee that there was a track defect, causing them in the block to airborne. They're going to inspect the track, and they found a bump here right before the place where he hit the block, and the Candlelights flew up, which caused them to not be able to control the block. They're going to be given a rerun, and that looked pretty decent. One of them comes out really late. Could be a strategy. Get that final little push, and it worked out to some extent, and I think that's a decent push for the Candlelights. They will not beat the Gladiators, who are sliding to second, but 64.3. That'll tie the Volcano Vandals, their fellow translucent red team. Chemical Chameleons and Team Blueberry. Finally, Team Blueberry, disastrous history in this event, but the Chemical Chameleons will get an invalid run. Team Blueberry will surprisingly put up a pretty good push. But the Chemical Chameleons, that is not a track defect. They can appeal to the referees all they want, but they're not getting a rerun, so they're going to finish in last. Team Blueberry, 68.1. Apparently, that puts them in 5th. First time I think they've ever placed top half of this event, but the Reptile Rampage are rampaging this competition, no pun intended. Gladiators get second, they have something to smile about. Reptile Rampage, unsurprisingly, already qualified. The Leaping Lions, Marshmallow Miracle, and Blazing Sunshine, they need a miracle. A marshmallow miracle, if you will. So we're going to move on to the final event, the distance track. This is the decider for the teams. 3 out of 4. They're all going to be decided here. Scores will generally be a bit higher than they were in the friendly, considering the track has been adjusted ever so slightly. And it's going to be generally pretty high scores. The Reptile Rampage, Candlelights, Qualifiers, and Leaping Lions go first. Reptile Rampage, they can play on safe since they're already qualified. Leaping Lions, they need to get this, as Jaguar will go down and got a pretty decent distance, I think, but the Candlelights will streak right past them. And there go the Wyvern Warriors and the Reptile Rampage. Wyvern Warriors slime to last, that did not look too good. You see Jaguar getting down there. Dim of the Candlelights streak right past. Candlelights are sitting on the bubble right now, so it would be nice for them if they're qualified. And this will certainly help. Not for the Wyvern Warriors though, they were sitting at 7th, and I don't think this will qualify them. Dim with a 107.9. Jaguar with a 102.5. See, already over 100. We did not see a single one of these in the qualifiers. In the friendly, I mean. Volcano Vandals, Gladiators, Poisoners, and Marshmallow Miracle up now. Marshmallow Miracle already down there, already onto the grid with Sweetie. So we've got the Poisoners will go down with Smoke. They will go right past them. Volcano Vandals close right in on him. And the Gladiators are there too. That was very close heat. Poisoners definitely won. That could help them as they were sitting in the non-qualifying zone. With the reserve member Smoke, a bit of a questionable decision, but it is paying off. The three are all neck and neck. Who won that between them? And it is Combat, the captain of the Gladiators, and Kindle, the reserve of Volcano Vandal, will get 4th overall and 3rd in the heat. There's a final heat. Camel Chameleons, Rainbow Souls, Team Blueberry, and the Blazing Sunshine. This is the decisive heat. Rainbow Souls and Team Blueberry are down there. So they will both go down at around the same time, but Team Blueberry will pass the Rainbow Souls. Team Blueberry, could they possibly qualify? It would be insane if they did. Gilligan bumped them from the outside, but the Blazing Sunshine blazed past everyone. Again, no pun intended. This Rainbow Souls and Team Blueberry got down. The Team Blueberry passed them. Gilligan will bump Team Blueberry, which could be bad for them. They seemed like a bad event, but the Blazing Sunshine will go say no thank you streak past everyone. And Sunshine will actually win this event, 109.7. Chameleons and Rainbow Souls only 9th and 11th. That could be detrimental for both of them as the final standings are about to pop up. What team will qualify? Which teams will not? As we're going to see it in a second. The qualified teams from Group A are Reptile Rampage, Volcano Vandals, Candlelights, Poisoners, Gladiators, and Chameleons. Look at the Blazing Sunshine. The goal was not enough. They lose on a tiebreak on position countback event. Rainbow Souls also with a big choke will lose the perfect attendance because of that. Oh my. What a ton of events at the... You're going to see the logos of the qualified team is Volcano Vandals make it for the first time since Season 1. Candlelights and Poisoners both qualify for the second time. Gladiators are in the main league for the first time in their career, actually. Chameleons will make it back. They've been on a downfall. Thank you for watching and keep spinning. Stay tuned for Group B.